everyone, Caitlin Tonkovich here to inform you on why nutrition should be so important to all of us. We all know we should eat healthy, so what's the reason we don't? Saying and actually doing are two different things. We've all heard the sayings like an apple a day keeps the doctor away, you are what you eat, and your greatest health is your wealth. So why don't we eat healthy? How can we fit it into our already busy schedules? And why should we do it? That's why I'm here. I'm going to inform you on how and why we should better our nutrition. Being heavily involved in sports and my mother being a nurse, I guess you could say nutrition almost came natural to me. I've learned the positive outcomes for myself and I hope to pass those on to you all. I will first start by analyzing the problem as why we choose the bad foods over the good. After that, I will know both the short and long-term goals and solutions so virtually anyone can apply them to their diet. Lastly, I will examine the advantages of why getting on the right track nutritionally is truly beneficial for everyone. Let's first start by analyzing the problem. Since we know we all should eat healthy, what's the reason we don't? We clearly are aware that fast food is bad for us, so why do we keep falling into the trap? Because it is exactly what it says it is. Fast and technically is food. With busy on-the-go schedules juggling school, extensive work hours, and even taking care of families, we have become an impatient society. We want it all and we want it now. The main complaint is that we claim we are too busy. Therefore, we buy the quickest and cheap option. According to my online source by Christy Wilcox, she found that the most commonly cited reason for eating poorly was that we didn't have enough time to make the healthy food. When in all reality, not all healthy food takes that much time to even prepare. For example, when running out the door, which is quicker to grab? The bag of chips or the banana? It's a trick question because either of them are easy to grab, but which would you choose? Most would choose the bag of chips for either one of two reasons. The banana isn't available for them, or the bag of chips tastes better. Which brings me to my second complaint. The second excuse is people think that healthy food tastes bad. And it is okay because that's ingrained into our brains. But not all healthy food tastes bad. In another online source, when school kids were asked what foods they disliked, every single one named a vegetable. Healthy foods are those we think we should eat, but we really don't want to. Christy also states that in her study, she found that merely labeling food as containing soy, for example, will make people claim that it is grainy, less flavorful, and has a bitter aftertaste, even if it doesn't actually contain the soy. Simply implying that the food is healthy alters how it tastes through a complex interaction between our taste buds and our brains. Think about it. Have you ever eaten something and thought it wasn't really bad until someone said, "That's fat-free" or "no sugar added," then suddenly it didn't taste as good? Well, that's a prime example of mind over matter. Once you start getting rid of those bad habits and those fast food, candy, and other weaknesses, they won't even be as appealing to you. And it is okay to cheat every once in a while. We all deserve to eat whatever we want without having to worry, as long as we can acknowledge and abide by our limits. The third plea is that eating healthy costs just too much. This is why we need to be smart about our shopping and healthy food choices. We need to be prepared, we need to look for sales ahead of time, and even use coupons. Also remember that our go-to fast food places often offer grilled options. Don't be afraid to get creative. In the article titled Top 10 Eating Healthy and College Tips, they give the example of ramen noodles as a cheap meal that most of us have already had at some point. But instead, don't just eat the noodles, pour out half the broth, which contains most of its sodium, add some veggies and a lean protein, and there you have yourself an inexpensive, nutritious meal. Let's move on to the short and long-term goals. First, let's make time to prepare for the healthy foods. When I say prepare, I mean having the right foods readily available, because you will eat what is available to you. This will eliminate the excuse of being too busy. The second solution is to find healthy foods that taste good to you. Finding healthy substitutes or modifying healthy foods, such as adding a little salt or butter, will cross out the stigma of all healthy foods must taste bad. Thirdly, remember that anything can become a burden if it's not cost effective. So plan ahead and make little changes, nothing too drastic, so you will be able to stick with it. Next, let's explain the advantages. Sarah Dray's article entitled "Why It's Important to Eat Right" illustrates 4 of the most important reasons we should eat healthy. Firstly, we avoid obesity. Foods that lead to gaining weight, such as sweets, fatty snacks, and simple carbohydrates, are also foods that provide little to no nutrition for us. Instead, let's focus on healthier options like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, that are lean proteins and high in fiber. This will steady your blood sugar levels. This will also help you control your hunger and help you feel full longer, thus preventing overeating. Secondly, eating healthy prevents disease. A number of diseases are actually gotten through the foods, hence the saying, "You are what you eat." For example, diabetes, heart disease, high cholesterol, and blood pressure. Foods rich in antioxidants can help lower the risk of cancer, slow age processing, and even help prevent an Alzheimer's. According to the American Diabetes Association, 8.3% of Americans have diabetes. 18.8 million have already been diagnosed, and 7 million haven't been diagnosed. 79 million are pre-diabetics. The next advantage is that it betters our skin, hair, and nails. The highly nutritious foods contribute to the health of our skin, hair, and nails. The nutrients will make you look better. For example, salmon is a good source of essential fatty acids, which help prevent skin cancer. Leafy greens provide vitamin A, which helps cell regeneration. This means that we will have better eyesight, fewer wrinkles, and smoother skin. The last benefit is a benefit to our brain. A healthy diet rich in things like fish, unsaturated fats, fruits, and vegetables will improve our memory. According to a 2009 study published in the Archives of Neurology, cutting down the composition of meat, dairy, and alcohol also prevent a lower risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. So as we conclude, yes, healthy food does take a bit of knowledge and some time to prepare, but like the quote says, your greatest health is your wealth. So can we really put a price on your health? Again, remember that you have the right foods readily available, find healthy foods that taste good to you, and plan ahead. So let's stop making excuses and eat healthier so you can feel better about yourself. Whether you're looking to prevent disease, lose weight, give yourself a brain booster, or just feel better, eating healthy is the key. And remember, it's okay to treat yourself every once in a while. Fulfill your sweet tooth every so often. Thank you all for listening to my informative speech, and I hope I have enlightened you and influenced your future and benefiting your nutrition.